Hey guys. So, sometime in the middle of the night, I got this. I saw something go through my news feed. It talked about my hometown and how the governor was like preparing people for like a hostile takeover. Like they were going to go in people's homes and drag people from their homes. And I didn't, I was like so freaked out when I saw it. I was like, I'm not even going to read the details. I can't even go there right now. Like, I'm not even though, I mean, like, no, 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 no. This is not going to start happening. They're not going to take people from their homes and, against their will. And I was like, this is not America. This is not America. So I was like, oh, like, what is going on right now? Have we all gone mad? So I asked a friend of mine if she would, because she's done this for me for my personal life before, like where I've given her like a list of questions to ask me, and then I channel Celeste, and so she did this for me, and today we did it on the state of things, on the state of what's going to be happening. I know a lot of you in other countries are kind of waiting to see what the heck happens. It's like America's the guinea pig, right? It's like what's going to happen in America is going to be like potentially spreading worldwide. So you guys are like on the edge of your seats watching us over here. and, and it's like pretty scary. It's like more and more freedom is being taken away and things like that. And we're like, oh my gosh, this is looking an awful lot like another country that I'm not going to say. So and so then I just had to ask those tough questions. I had to really get down to asking Celeste all the hard questions we don't want to ask. All the stuff that I just asked a lot of questions. It took like over an hour, probably an hour and a half or so. But I feel better. And I guess the takeaways are that it is important, if you're able and if you're willing to look into the deeper truths of things that are going on, like why is this happening? If you want to know the whys, ask your friends, especially just look into it. Because if you could turn the light on the boogeyman can't really get you. Okay. And I want to remind you guys all that you have free will. That is the most universal truth of the whole. I don't care what kind of planet you're on. It reigns everywhere, over everything. No one can do anything to you that you don't approve of it or that you don't give with your free will. So if you, if you are afraid, then you've just given your free will away. You've given them permission to do whatever they will with you, to make you even more afraid, just like with a ghost or a spirit or anything. It's with a narcissist, it's with psychopaths, and we have those in the government and everything. So it's like in every way, shape, and form, if you can just flip the light on, so you know what they're trying to do, what they're trying to achieve. If you get the blueprint, if you get the plans, and you can look at it, you can head it off a lot quicker. Being in your power and not being afraid, you can just be like, okay, I'm informed of your plan and I do not approve. I do not authorize this. I'm not cool with this at all. But being in your power, the key is to not be afraid. If you're going to get freaked out by looking into this stuff, I don't know, then maybe just dip your toe in the water here and there and peek under the covers a little bit. Flip on the light for just a second, turn the light back out if you want. But however you feel most comfortable, it is important that that you can turn the light on and see, is the boogeyman there or is it not? But keep a very open mind. Here's the other thing. When it comes to the next election here, you guys, it can't come down to, and this is in combination with another channeling from the Wanderers, if you guys know the Wanderers. But they said, this is in combination with Celeste also, like her stamp of approval on this message. But like basically, if we get down to it being the Democrats versus the Republicans, then we're just going to divide our country and leave ourselves open for another country to come in here and take us over, basically. We don't want that to happen. We really don't want that to happen. We want to keep our freedoms, and we want to keep, what is it that you really want after all of this is said and done? How do you want our country to be? Do we want to be open-minded? Do we want to allow ourselves the freedom to have differing opinions and respect and honor each other's opposing opinions? Or do we want to be a dictatorship and be hateful and be revengeful and be mean and nasty and tell everybody that doesn't agree with you to shut up while you're the right one? So basically, do you want to go toward love or ego is what it's going to come down to. Most of you on my channel are going to be leaning toward love, but here's the real test, and here's the goal. I asked Celeste, is there any possible conceivable way that we can get our freedom back? Is there any possible conceivable way that we can be happy again? Can we get that back where we were? And she said that there's only one way. And I was like, please, what is it? What is that one way? And this is going to be quite a challenge for you guys, but this is maybe the most important message you'll ever listen to in your life, because this is really what it comes down to. And I've been focusing on this lately too, but not realizing that it was the key to everything. But you have to love the enemy just like Jesus did on the cross. He was just like, God, please forgive them. They know not what they do. So it's beyond that even. It's seeing that everyone is you. That's your brother, that's your sister. I mean, we're talking about Star Wars here. It's crazy. But it really does come down to loving them. Can you love the police that are going after these innocent, sweet citizens that are trying to get some fresh air? The moms in the park with their kids that are getting reprimanded, with hostility. Can you love those cops? Can you love the corrupt politicians who are just greedily taking all this money to treat us really bad, and they're not living by their own standards? Can you love them? Can you even meditate every day on everything that scares you? Look at the things that are scaring you or seem like very threatening to you and love it. Pour your heart into it. Just be like, I love you, like that part of me that's gone corrupt, and thank you for going corrupt so that I could see that that's not what I want to be, that I want to be free, that I want, that I want to have integrity, that yes, I want to look out for me. Yes, I want to survive myself, but not in a way that sacrifices everyone else. Not in a way where I'm only looking out for me. It's like I look out for me, and then I look out for you and my neighbors and my friends, So these people that are corrupt are only looking out for them. They only care about themselves. So, but can we love them for that? They're the part of you that didn't know any better and just did, Some of these people, yes, they can't necessarily be changed, but by pouring that energy out there, by putting that, even meditating on it, just pouring all this pink energy into all these beings, our brothers and sisters who've gone bad, can we pour our love out and just exude this love out, permeate this love out everywhere? We could change some hearts that aren't quite totally concrete yet. We can sneak in there and get in there, showing them compassion, showing love, radiating out this energy to help heal the planet by loving them. Use Ho'oponopono, you guys. Put a picture of the person in front of you, whoever you hate the most. Pick a person every day or a body of people, all corrupt governors, I put right here, all corrupt officers right here, all psychopaths and sociopaths right here, Like set them in front of you and say, I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. But talking to yourself, directing it at you, but with them in mind. So I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And just with them in mind, we could heal. We could heal this. We can get our freedom back. But we got to drop the political parties and focus on what we want to manifest, the kind of community, the kind of society we want to get back to. We can become independent and free again if we focus on loving our enemy. Loving our enemy. And it could actually start, if you feel like that's too far of a reach. And I'm not saying loving like giving them permission to do whatever they will. That's not it. I'm talking staying in your sovereignty, so staying in your freedom, staking your claim on your freedom. Even I am not falling for your plan. I'm not for your evil plan. Whoa, I'm not falling for it. I'm not going to condone abusing people, forcing people, dictatorship, tyranny. I'm not going to condone any of that. I do not authorize it in any way, shape, or form in any part of me. But I love you for being that reflection of the dark side of myself. I love you for reflecting back to me how much more I love my freedom. You know what I mean? Anyway, if you're not quite there yet and you can't quite go there yet, then maybe you need to forgive yourself. So start there. Love yourself. Love the enemy inside of yourself, the one that's fighting against you, the one that doesn't think you deserve happiness, the one that doesn't think you're worthy of true love. Go there. Forgive yourself once you've healed yourself. And maybe that's going to take an extreme effort of finally reaching out to that person that you love. It's like I staked my claim on an Amber Alert just went off, guys. Seriously. 3-year-old Savannah just went in a white Ford Explorer, broken out window. Well, that should be easy to find. That's covered in plastic and black tape. Okay. Ah, goodness gracious. Love the man who stole the child or the woman who stole the child. Love this person. Please, you don't want to do this. You really don't want to do this. You don't want to. You don't want the repercussions of it. You don't want the guilt. That's blood money. You don't want that kind of money. It's time to change. Time to change those parts of ourselves that we do not accept. Whatever it is that you feel like is unlovable about you, you can either change it or you can decide to love it, and loving it is changing it. Love every dark part of you there is, and then you'll be able to love other people. So pray hard, but not, the light workers, I got this message too, the light workers will be protected in their own special way. But just no matter what happens, no matter how ugly or bad this gets, you hold that space of love for the enemy and make them you. You guys become one. Make amends in your heart. Make your amends in it. Take them into a space, into a protective space. Surround you guys with angels and talk to that person that you can't stand and tell them, I love you. Let's make this right. Let's come together. Let's unite. Whatever you can do to get out of your fear, because fear drives you to make really, really bad decisions. You want to be coming from that clear, confident, solid, and you can stand up against it, but not with violence, but out of just like indignant, confident, clear, gentle, no, that is not okay with me. And if you have to do whatever it is, if you have to do it, then have radical acceptance of it. But put up the fight first. Put up a stand first. And I'm only saying do the radical acceptance part after, because for your own mentality, is if you keep thinking, if you're trapped in a situation, you're having to force to do something that you don't want to do, if you fight it, you're going to go crazy. You're going to drive yourself absolutely crazy. So first, love the enemy, take a gentle stand, indignant, integrity, stand in your integrity, stand in your confidence, take your sovereignty, state your sovereignty. I am free. I do not condone this. I do not be in that, be in your power, be strong, be clear as to what's okay with you and what's not. Be peaceful. Try to radiate out your best energy possible. Meditate all day long if you have to do that and to get into that place. Then, if the worst should happen, absolutely go into acceptance of it. That's really all we can do. But the most important thing, they said, to give us our freedom back is to love the enemy. Whatever that means to you, and however you want to do that is completely up to you. I have tons of tools I've talked about a million times on this channel. I very much encourage you to go ahead and do those things, to get in that space and to release stress, or to do whatever you need to do. But try to make that your goal. Every friend that you talk to, every family member that you talk to, get everybody on the same page to love the enemy. And that's the key to our freedom. Don't make it about differences. Don't make divisions of this. Don't be against anybody. If anybody comes out against you or attacks you or says you're stupid or any of that, or you're crazy, love them. Just unconditional love for anything that surfaces that scares the crap out of you, or that attacks you, or that spies on you with a drone, whatever, as a helicopter is going over. We can be the love. We can defeat the evil with love. And that's the only way, you guys. That's the only way we're going to get our freedom. So, of course, I can channel Celeste in our own readings as well. And you can get that at amysatori.com/services. I'd be happy to do that for you. I could talk to Celeste for our whole session, and you could ask any questions that you want to about whatever you want. I think that's why true love is so important in coming together right now too, because if we can get over our fears and insecurities and finally get to be together, not only are we a power couple, but we have defeated that part of us that doesn't feel worthy or deserving of this kind of love. So our dreams are coming true, and our worst fears are also some heavy extremes, but that also causes balance when you have those types of extremes. And our focus needs to be on love, you guys, no matter what. We need to be educated though too, and we need to stake our claim on our independence and our sovereignty as well. But the most important thing is to love the enemy. Now, I've said that about 10 times. It should be stuck in your head. Write that down on your mirror. Write that down where you go to bed. What else? She said that also a good practice, obviously, is to read a book before bed, because it's just so relaxing. It'll get you out of your head. Don't force your opinions on anybody. Definitely share information if people are willing. I share some things every once in a while on my Instagram. But when I do so, that's obviously those of you who are open to looking at some information, then I'm happy to provide that. But I certainly don't want to persuade anybody about anything, because I know some of it can be kind of scary to look at, and it's important that I respect where you're at with that. So, okay, guys. Hope you enjoyed this message, and yeah, I think I've said enough. All right, have a beautiful day. Talk to you next time. Bye.
Hey, if you like my videos, please share, subscribe, and set your bell notifications on so you'll know the moment they come out. Also, don't forget that you can go to my website and order a personal reading at amysatori.com/services. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day.